A very good morning to all of you. Respected Director, UGC HRDC Aligarh Muslim University, dear Coordinator for the program, Refresher course in Teacher Education, all the wonderful speakers who were continuously enriching us with their visionary thoughts and life experiences, my fellow participants and the technical staff at UGC HRDC AMU. I am Dr. Rekha Govindan, Assistant Professor in Biochemistry, PM Site Calicut University Center, Andhra, one of the beautiful coral islands of Lakshadweep. And I teach biochemistry for students pursuing their undergraduate program in aquaculture under the prestigious University of Calicut. I thank all of you for giving me the opportunity to present my seminar on the topic what can I do to achieve academic excellence at my institution. Rather than talking directly on this topic, I would like to connect with all of you what we are trying to overcome the digital divide that we are experiencing in this beautiful island of approximately 4.8 kilometers, and so that the academic integrity is not at stake, and we are trying our maximum efforts to maintain the academic excellence at par with the mainland. And you all know that digital divide is one of the major concerns that is addressed in the National Education Policy 2020 that is envisioned under the leadership of our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi. And it has been almost 1 year, more than 1 year, since we are passing through a very difficult time amidst the COVID pandemic, and most of the education institutions have shut down their regular mode of teaching and shifted to online classroom and online learning teaching process after a sudden lockdown. The students were bewildered as they were in their last days of an academic calendar when the lockdown was suddenly declared. Yet they were forced to go into an online mode of teaching and learning process. In the island, we have BSNL as the major and the only provider of internet connectivity. And mostly it is satellite communications that we are experiencing here. So in the absence of a continuous streaming and a fast broadband connectivity, most of the areas in the island, and from an academic perspective, I would like to say that the student community were mostly facing difficulties in assessing the digital resources or the digital knowledge. In this scenario, when classes were switched on to the online mode of teaching, the students felt left out and were finding difficulty in assessing class contents through Google Meet, Zoom, and other apps that were used for online teaching classes. Even the faculties were facing the same hardships as they were unable to provide the classroom through these apps that were supplemented for the sudden influx of online teaching. Unlike the system where teaching learning process were conducted through a TV channel, for example, the Victor's channel that is seen in the Kerala model for the school-going students. There was no such provisions for the college students, and this also was one of the major concerns that was responsible for the low attendance or the dropouts in the online class. Bearing the shortcomings, we started classes through the WhatsApp groups where we uploaded the contents and all the resources to a chatting wall. The WhatsApp is an instant messenger. In Andhra, it was a different scenario. The students could download notes only when there was a strong connectivity, and I personally had experienced seeing my students burning the lamp throughout the night and downloading the notes from the WhatsApp, as the connectivity or the internet availability was peak during the night times. And so in this scenario, we have to make sure that the students were having access to all the teaching notes. And after 1 year of WhatsApp teaching, we are now slowly moving towards teaching through Google Meet and Zoom, where we could have a real-time experience. This is now ongoing, and hopefully we will see a communication between teachers, students, parents and administrative staff through a better interactive medium. This is only a glimpse of what we are experiencing in terms of digital divide, and that we experienced during the initial stages of COVID times and lockdowns. I hope the situation is going to improve, and at the end of the year, we are going to get a strong connectivity, and both the teaching and student fraternity are going to gain from a changed scenario. With this, I conclude my seminar, and thank you all once again for the opportunity given, and it is really a blessing to get trained from a prestigious institution like Aligarh Muslim University. Thank you once again.